Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to another Flex's View, man. And as we thought earlier on, just breaking news, well, over the last few hours of today, but just confirmed by Romano in terms of a here we go. Liam Delap is on his way to Chelsea. And let's be honest, the big question is, where does that leave Man United? What options do Man United have? It's all good us as Man United fans, and I say us, some of us saying didn't want Delap anyway, doesn't really matter, not good enough, 22 years of age, no point. I hear that. I wanted a more experienced striker. But the question is who? And the question is how much? How much is this going to hurt Man United? Now, whether or not it's going to be a success at Chelsea, that's not our problem. The biggest thing for us is what on earth are we going to do? Where does that leave us? Now, he was the most attainable in terms of release clause, in terms of profile, in terms of until Chelsea got in the Champions League and we didn't, in terms of, project. But he's made his choice. And do I blame him? Not really. Not really. He's just watched us finish 15th, no Champions League football, use Europa League final, go and play the Asian All-Stars yesterday and lose. Like what? And he's just seen Chelsea win the Conference League and get into the Champions League with good young players like Cole Palmer and Madueke and this, that, and the third. So listen, that is what it is. I'm not shocked that we've lost this race, to be honest with you. I'm not mad in terms of, I'm not like, oh my God, that's the one I really wanted. That's my thing. I would have accepted him because I know the aisles that we're shopping in, but I was always a little bit, there was a little caveat to it. There was a little caveat, like, are we going to go and make the same mistake that we made with Rasmus Højlund, getting a young striker, inexperienced striker to lead this Man United line with all that pressure, nobody to learn off, no real support, and then he drowns. And that's exactly what happened with Rasmus Højlund. And I don't want to repeat the sins of the past. I don't want to see that happen to Liam Delap at our club. And that was my reservation about getting not just him, but any young striker right now with the emphasis that we actually have on a striker. And you know what? I've kind of changed my thinking. Break the bank. Well, the bank's already broken, actually. The bank's already broken, but we should be doing everything we can to get Victor Osimhen. Like everything. I'll be honest. It's not. And listen, I know we're probably not going to be able to because I'm realistic, but we got to try. But listen, I get it. His wages are going to be too high. His wages are going to be too high. It doesn't fit in with what we're trying to do. And we're potless and we don't have that Champions League money. Gyökeres ain't going to come here, ain't got Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Shesko, all them big boys, Ekatike, all the big man, they're over there talking to big boy teams. Let's just have it right. Arsenal, Liverpool, you know what I mean? Chelsea to a certain extent. I thought they would have gone for somebody higher than Liam Delap because they got the funds to and they got the pull to. Now they're in the Champions League, but they've gone with him. But they could enter the chat for the big boys. Newcastle United can enter the chat for the big boys, and that's back up to Isak if they really want. So listen, it's a sickener because who does it leave us with? Are we gonna end up with a striker that we probably wasn't linked with, and kind of just the name just became available, and we kind of it's another unknown and a little bit of somebody who is also inexperienced? I think it probably will be because I can't think of any obvious options. Let's be real. There's not, like, apart from Osimhen, which is an obvious option in terms of fit and he's good enough. The money's too much, and he's not going to drop them demands. He's a big superstar. He's not going to want to do that. I think he would come here without Champions League if the money was right, but I don't think it is going to be. Jean-Philippe Mateta from Palace. Let's be real. I mean, there'll probably be work to do there. I think he's got a year left in his contract. He's 27. He could be like, well, we're in the Europa League, mate. This is Crystal Palace's, first time since I can remember that they're in Europe. I don't know if it's their first time ever. Well, it's their first time they've ever won a trophy. But actually, they could have still finished higher and been in Europe. I don't know. But I've never seen Palace in my lifetime in Europe. He might say, stay one more year, man. I'll enjoy this. But who's to say if big money comes in, Steve Parish at Palace might sell the likes of Eze, might sell Gay. He looks like he might have to move as well. So Maybe they don't want to lose Mateta at the same time. I don't know. Maybe Mateta goes is too good to turn down Man United at this stage of my career. I'm 27. I'm in my prime. I want to try myself. I was going to say at the highest level, but it wouldn't be because he's technically dropping down from Palace to actually play for us. But you get my point. But I would have Mateta all day, especially now. Especially now. I'm still not turning my nose up to the teams that are, you know, in and around us in the table and slightly above us, a few places above us. That's where we got shot. And also the scouts got to get creative. They got to start looking abroad. Can you find a man from La Liga? You know what it is? And that's, again, this is where it gets techie. You don't want, like, listen, Chelsea brought in Nicholas Jackson from Villarreal, I think it was. Young, raw, and he's got a bit about him, but not quite good enough. We brought in Rasmus Højlund after 9 goals at Atalanta. Again, got a bit about him, but not good enough. And even now, more so, doesn't even have a bit about him, Rasmus. He's really, really struggling out there. But we can go on the continent and find them type of players. We can. But the problem is true Paul Merson, I worry for him, Jeff. Oh, I worry for him, Jeff. I do. Because I just need an experienced striker, and I don't know where that's going to come from. We say Jonathan David just because he's free, and, you know, it makes sense because our P's are down. But so what is it? A Victor Boniface? Is it a Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Like, what is it? Callum Wilson's bloody leaving Newcastle. Sick note, can't get him. Like, what? How? Like, where are we going to get a striker from? So it's proper concerning for me. And like I said, I'm not going to profess to have been Liam Delap's biggest fan, and I don't mean by like I don't think he's good, because I do. But in terms of the fit for us right now, I was worried about it. But I was willing to go down that route because, listen, 30 million release clause for a young up and coming English striker, it's a good market opportunity. It is. But now we haven't got him. Okay, the fact that we haven't got him, I'm not like, oh my God, he's so good, we've missed out on such an amazing player. It's more, that was the player who most suited us in terms of our finances. So who we're going to get? But let's be real. Listen, they're going to find someone else. They're going to find someone else. I just have no idea at this point who it's going to be. Could it be something that we're not expecting? Could it be something that we're not expecting? What would it look like if they went, Xerxes is going to be the 9, but he does have the support from Mateus Cunha, who we know is coming, and potentially, let's just argue for argument's sake, purposes of the tape, Brian and Mbeumo. You know, Bruno one deeper and they get a midfielder and they go a different route. For me, Rasmus Højlund has to be sold, so he hopefully can generate some money. The problem with Xerxes is that he's not a firebred number 9. He's not going to get you. Maybe he might get you barely double figures, but he's not going to get you 20 goals a season, Joshua Xerxes. Nor is he the type of player that's not the type of player he is. But with better service and linking up with ballers like Mateus Cunha and Mbeumo, I think would be much better. Would definitely score more goals. But I'm just saying, do we go down that route because we couldn't find the right one? I don't know. Watch this space. This is why, on one side, it's exciting in quotes, but away from being exciting, it's scary, because what the hell are we going to do? Who are we going to get? So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll get linked with every man and his dog now, within reason. But the Osimhen one, I don't know, man. I just think if there's a way you can do it, if it means we have to stop another signing, it's so important to get a proper striker. It really, really is. I can't stress it enough, and I'm fed up of seeing that ball just bouncing off Rasmus Højlund, not a goal threat, not in the right positions, can't have a feel for the game, doesn't bring people into play. I'm just fed up of seeing it. His confidence is shot. We need to put him out of his misery as much as we need to be put out of our misery. It's just not working. So let's see what happens. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Delap gone to Chelsea. Where does it leave Man United? And who do you think we should go and get? What type of striker do you think we should go and get? What's the names? The football scholars. I call upon all the football scholars. Talk to me about La Liga. Talk to me about Bundesliga. Talk to me about Liga. Yeah. Talk to me about Portugal. Talk to me. Let me know what's out there. What's out there, because it's a bottom of the barrel thing right now. I'm very, very worried. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Peace.